Will Drew Brees finally win the MVP award? What's crack-a-lack? It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know so. Today, season preview of the New Orleans Saints. Will they make the playoffs? Will they even be good this year? Yeah, they will. Surprise, surprise. But before we go talk about how good the Saints are going to be, I need you to hit that thumbs up because that helps me get discovered. So if you like the content, please do that. And if you haven't subscribed already, then go ahead and do that too. Only if you enjoy the content. You don't have to like me. Just enjoy the videos. But let's go ahead. Let's talk the New Orleans Saints. Drew Brees. There's no decline in this man's game, and I don't think Sean Payton will let him decline. Especially the way they run their offense. When they are up, they're like, fine, we're going to beat you to death with some runs, some screen plays, maybe some bubbles. And they do it. They do it effectively and efficiently. It's wild. It is wild. Now, that offensive line is looking good. As long as Terron Armstead, he's one of the best tackles in the league when he plays. That's the thing, man. He just has a hard time staying healthy. Ryan Ramczyk, one of the best real back. One of the best young tackles in all of football right now. You got Peter Warford. You know what you're getting with them at guard. I love the addition of Eric McCoy out of Texas A&M. I thought that was a phenomenal pick. And the Saints were like, hey, let's go address the line. And you know what? I think ideally he gets that starting spot over Nick Eason, who they picked up from, I believe, the Vikings. But I mean, that's irrelevant. McCoy's he's a better player. So he's going to probably get the start there. You got one of the best up-and-coming wide receivers in the league in Michael Thomas. Traquan Smith, honestly, played pretty well last year. Played pretty well, especially like he stretched the field vertically. I mentioned in one of my fantasy football videos that I think he is going to be the heir apparent, the guy to replace Teddy Ginn Jr. eventually. So we got that. Teddy's still in town, though. Teddy's still there to play. But man, their talent doesn't just stop there. They got Jared Cook, who it was like he revived his whole game, man. He just revived his career there in the cesspit that's the Oakland Raiders. So that's cool. He could come in here and honestly, he could probably contribute pretty well. You still got Taysom Hill, who they use for everything. Little Swiss Army knife. Latavius Murray will probably take that Mark Ingram role, but I don't expect him to get nearly as many carries, or he's not going to get fed the ball like they fed Ingram. Alvin Kamara, I think, will take more of a step into securing more carries for himself, but he does provide that, hey, give me the ball wherever, and I'm going to do stuff with it. Yeah, he's a good receiving threat. He's a good rushing threat. The dude's just good. He's this new type of tailback we see in the NFL that all facets of his game are superb. But also, I didn't know this. Mark Ingram goes to the Ravens, and the Saints are like, fine, we're taking Buck Allen. I didn't know Buck Allen was on the roster. Jeez Louise. So it's actually a pretty good running back core they got there. But the offense looks phenomenal. The offense can win them games, but defense is underrated. This defense is going to win them a lot of games this year too. And we're going to start with Cameron Jordan. He just signed an extension. I love Cameron Jordan. Man, not only is he good on the field, but he is good on Twitter too. If you don't know what I mean, check out some of his tweets. He's taking shots everywhere. He's hilarious. Marcus Davenport, can he take the next step? Because we saw some flashes last year, but can he take the next step in that role? I still put Sheldon Rankins on here. I don't think he'll be able to start the season because of that. I believe it was an ACL tear. So after a few weeks, he will be back in the starting lineup, but they're pretty deep on the line. Bringing in Malcolm Brown to play that zero tech role. They got Mario Edwards, who's solid. They're bringing back David Oniyamata. See, I can't pronounce that name. But Trey Hendrickson can play anywhere on that line. He's very versatile. I like it. The line looks really good this year. Linebacker core, it's not nearly as talented as the defensive line, but there does come a lot of depth with that. Demario Davis played very well last year. I believe they're going to put Alex Anzalone more in that middle linebacker role, but we'll see. They also have AJ Klein, Darnell Stanky. I don't know if he'll be on the roster though. He's a converted from safety. So they are looking for speed there at linebacker. Watch out. The secondary. I got questions about the secondary. Marcus Williams had a down year last year. I don't know. Maybe he was a little rattled about that miracle in Minneapolis, but he's going to have to put it behind him. Because we know he can be a stud if he wants to. Von Bell plays okay in the box. He's not bad. Eli Apple, I don't know if he played very well, but again, he just got released by the Giants, who needed anyone that they could get. So this is going to be more of a make or break year for Eli Apple. See if, last season was just all talk, Patrick Robinson's going to be your nickel there. They got Marshawn Lattimore. What do I say about that? He's a Pro Bowl corner. They do have Ken Crawley there to provide depth, as well as PJ Williams. Yeah, PJ Williams there. But another draftee that I'm in love with, my boy Chancey. My boy Chancey Gardner-Johnson, man. I loved him. And honestly, if Marcus Williams struggles, if Von Bell struggles, I think they could put him there. He's so versatile. He could even play in the nickel. He could play a corner. He provides a lot in that secondary. I just loved what the Saints did. They didn't have many picks, but man, they used them well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the schedule. Of course, playing in the AFC or the NFC South, Tampa, Saints. That's the one luxury about being the Saints. You don't have to face the Saints, but they gotta face the Falcons, who's a really good team too, and Carolina. They will have pretty tough games against Tennessee, and that's in Tennessee. So they got home games against Indianapolis, the Niners. They gotta play it. They gotta play at Soldier Field. Gotta play at Seattle. Gotta play at the 12th man. Ooh, and they're also gonna be there against the Rams, not at home, but in LA. So it's a tough schedule. But you know what? I think this is one of the most complete teams in the NFL. This is a team that knows how to win. This is a team with a very hungry, some would say starved, malnourished Drew Brees. He's got one ring on one hand. That other one's feeling empty. It's feeling light. He needs to balance it out. I think this could be a Super Bowl season. Then again, it feels like every season for the Saints could be a Super Bowl season. That's just the type of talent and coaching that this team deals with, and it's great. It's phenomenal. I got them projected, and this is a little high, 13-3. I think it's realistic. Honestly, I don't see this team not getting over 10 wins. You'll see them in the playoffs unless something horrible happens to Drew Brees. But then again, they have Teddy Bridgewater, who, I don't know, man. Sean Payton, Teddy Bridgewater's been sitting back there just waiting, just twiddling his thumbs. Then again, he didn't look good at the end of the year in that one game against Panthers, the battle of the backups. So there's that. But anyway, that's it for the video. I've been Broshmo, and you have been the watcher, and hopefully the listener. Take in what you hear and use it in all facets of life. Or maybe just when you're around the water cooler, kicking it with buddies and talking about football. You could do it then there too. Yeah. Anyway, till next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.